Hey folks, today we're finally going to complete our electric fence project, so don't miss out, because at the end of the video I'm going to cover the entire rotational grazing system that we have, so you don't want to miss that. But in the meantime, we're going to put this last leg in for this fence, and we're finally going to be complete. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this. This has been some hard work trying to switch over from poly wire over to high tensile wire, get everything you need for that. So we are finally going to be completing it today. Y'all stick with us. I'm David. This is Live in Texas at Hidden Spring Farm. All right, folks, this is the paddock from here to over to there that we're going to split in two. You can see the string I put out. So I got to put in all new T-posts. We got to put the insulators on, and we got to pull the 2 strands of high tensile wire, and this project will be complete. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're not measuring anything on these T-posts in the beginning because we have terraces on the property. Where the camera is in a low spot. It comes up high, goes down, and we got 4 terraces that we have to deal with. So first thing I'm going to do is set all the T-posts on the terrace on the top and in the low spot on either side, and then we'll fill in the gaps with other T-posts and make it look nice, equal distancing. Well, we were supposed to get this project complete in the winter, but man, just like anything else, stuff comes up and we're getting it done here, and it's taken us a few weeks off and on, a little bit here and a little bit there. Probably a total time working, probably 4 days, 5 days total when you add all the time together. But we got other things going on the farm besides this. But trying to get this knocked out is one of my main priorities, because we just turned the cows out on green grass. Matter of fact, this paddock right here that we're dealing with is going to be on the left side. This is their next paddock. So I really need to get done. All right, folks, well, that is 27 T-posts in the ground. Got it all done in 30 seconds. Just kidding. 27 T-posts in the ground. Now the next step is I'm gonna pull this string, and then I'm going to put all the insulators on the T-posts and then pull those 2 wires, and I'm done with this. Won't be long, another 45 minutes to an hour at the most, and we'll be done. That's it. That's it on the insulators. Every one of them's got 2 insulators at 20 inches and 30 inches. Yeah, we do put up 2 wires, and I'll explain to you why when we go over the whole deal. But right now, let's go pull some wire and get this done so we can be done for the day. All right, so we're back here at the pole. This is our 2 main lines that are fed off of the main line coming from the charger. So we're going to tie into these insulators here, and then we'll do a jumper here to feed those. So, but we got to get the lines pulled first. All right, we're going to start with the bottom line. So I was just thinking about, for those of you that hadn't been on the channel before and just the first time, I need to show you what I pull the wire with. I got this little card here. We use it a lot for barbed wire. I just hook it up to my Kawasaki mule, and I pull it out, and it unreels as you go. You got to be careful so you don't get ahead of yourself. But right now, I'm going to go back, put that bottom wire in all the insulators, and then we'll get it pulled off right here and get it tight. All right, these are the ratchets we use. Gate tensioners, tighteners, whatever you want to call it. It's just like a ratchet. All right, so you can see I got the wire inside all the insulators all the way down the 27 T-post inside that bottom insulator on each one, and now I got to put it in this bottom ratchet here, bottom tensioner, fence puller tensioner. All right, so that's pretty tight right there, but I'll check it when I go pull that next wire. So let's head on down there and pull the next one. Boy, they're tight. That's nice, very nice. All right, so I got to put these jumper wire on here, and I got a few crimps left, and that's all I got is exactly what I need, so I can't mess this up. And I'm just gonna wrap this in case I need extra wire for some reason on this crimp. Let's go turn this thing on and see what we got. All right, this is the system I got. Let's turn this gun on. Turned on max. It's going down through the little jumper here. And it feeds this line, which is one leg. Then it feeds the main line all the way down, and that turns and goes to what we just did a jumper on. But we also feed this one right in here between us. And I'll show you all that when I get up front. Let's go test that wire and see what we got. 8,300. Let that clear and come back. 8,400 at 1,003. So we got a little bit of weed eating to do underneath that bottom line. So that's some grass touching. But that system puts out 10,000, and I'm happy with 8,300, 8,400, because with that poly wire, we were only getting about 5,000. So I'm really pleased with this. This is hot now. So we have finished. So this leg is done. This is the one we just done. So that splits this large one into two. Now we got a grazing paddock here and a grazing paddock here. So let's talk about these grazing paddocks. Well, let me start out talking about my paddocks by saying that I am no expert. I'm learning as I go. It's really not that hard. You just got to make sure that you're not underfeeding your cattle and that you got plenty of land for the time that you want them in the paddocks. So let me show you this. This is our little corral area, and we have a gray gate here. I'm gonna lean across this hot wire so you can see. Well, that gray gate is only accessible from inside the corral. This fence line goes down, turns on the corner, goes to the other. We call this area out here the nursery. This is where we put the mamas and the babies when they first calve. We put them out here in the nursery, and that way gets the mom away. We're able to assess her, make sure she doesn't have any medical conditions from having the calf or anything like that. Plus, it trains the calf on these hot wires, so she stays in with her mom on that area. And then we start switching out. But let's say we don't have any calves. Let's say it's just what we have, our herd now. We got 3 heifers and 3 cows on these miniature registered heifers. But what happens is, first day they go out, which was Saturday during this spring, we fed them out the gray gate. They grazed the nursery. Then Sunday we moved them over here, and how they get in here is we open this. What's up, Miss Penny? We open this red gate, and when you're in the red gate here, you can turn and see. This is our gate system here. When you open that red gate, this is our gate system. Here, there, 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 and over there. So right now we've got 6 paddocks. So when we open that red gate on Sunday, I had all the gates closed here, and I opened this one, and they grazed it yesterday. Today's Monday. I come out when I open the red gate, and they come out here and graze this. Then tomorrow, Tuesday, they'll graze this one. And this is the big area we just split. So they'll graze this one on Tuesday, this one on Wednesday, and then they'll come out and I'll open the gate here, and then they have this area here, and they'll graze this area here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 areas. So we got 6 days before we rotate them back through the original. That'll give that area a little rest. Now we ain't got but 6 head of cattle. We got a bull coming in August, but we only got 6 head. So it's really not that bad on 6 head. But what I want to do is split it up even more. I want to split this one, and let me show you what I've done. So this is where they're grazing today. They were over there Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And we set these posts, just this last video, where I set a post in line here, and the previous one I set one over there. So what we'll do is we'll set another one in the middle and put one way out there in the center of that barbed wire fence where it feeds the hot line down to feed the rest of this. We'll put it here, and we'll run just like we did today. We'll make a leg from this pole to that pole, just like you guys saw us today, and that'll give us 1, 2 areas there. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll have 7 areas. So just one time a week they'll go in to a certain paddock. So that's how we're doing this. We're rotating them through and trying to take care of the land as best we can. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We appreciate you sticking with us. We really appreciate you staying with us on the channel. We'll see you next time. You guys have a blessed day.